Good morning, Lexiot's here. It's Saturday morning. We're sharing the love for Jamal Shead. It was Shead's 23rd birthday earlier this week. And he also had an excellent interview talking about Bench Mob 2.0 and also about how he's Canadian now, that he is taken to the country of Canada and he is Canadian and he wants to become a Canadian citizen. Shead is just awesome. I think a lot of people like Shed a lot. He's a very popular player for the Raptors, and it's his mentality. It's the way he carries himself. It's the way he plays. It's his winning attitude. It's his place in the lineage of Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet and that kind of point guard. There's a lot to like about Jamal Shead. In some ways, he's a plus on our team as a leader and just a glue guy and somebody who keeps vibes up. And it's kind of like just a good, positive person. You can tell. It's no joke that Jamal Shead has a very, very high winning percentage in his collegiate career at Houston. That, some people can talk about stats. Some people can talk about this or that as far as what determines success in basketball. But there's other things that determine success in basketball other than just three-pointers and scoring. There's also heart, determination, dog. There's a certain uncanny sense of what it takes to win and being able to execute it and do it at the right times and places. Now, Shed last Saturday was not totally successful in leading the Raptors to a victory over the Sacramento Kings in the semifinal game against them in the Summer League, unfortunately. But he was really trying to carry us a week ago today in our game against the Kings, where he did carry for a while in the second half and single-handedly almost got us back in the game to win the game at the end. But he needed a little bit more help from other people around him on the rest of the team, and maybe just not enough to overcome everything. But those factors are there. Raptors fans can see it, that there's a winning something about Jamal Shead. And it's translating. That's the interesting thing. The stuff from Houston with Kelvin Sampson doesn't necessarily translate completely, but there's some of the elements and the themes and the things about it that do. And that's the fantastic thing. I wonder about the transfers of winning and percentage from college and high school to the next level. Like, how much do you win in high school? Well, you win like 90% of your games in high school. How many do you win in college? Do you win like 70% then? Because the level gets intense. It gets harder, better competition, bigger competition, tougher, more skilled competition. Everybody around you is a better player. And that's, of course, the jump from college to the NBA. But the thing that's interesting is some of the things about Jamal Shead and the player that he is, much like Fred VanVleet before, is just a winning style at any level. There's certain intangibles and things that you can do on a basketball court that will help your team win no matter what level you're at, and skills and people around you. And that's the thing that I love about Jamal Shead. And that's why he really is along the lineage of Lowry and VanVleet in the history of the Raptors. High IQ, winning kind of style player that does whatever it takes to win. Lowry, we know he would do crazy things to try and win, baiting fouls, all kinds of goofy stuff that Kyle Lowry, very, very cerebral player, understands the game in a different way. And at this point in his career, probably his last year in the NBA for Philadelphia this year, he's totally relying on his guile, his veteranness, his mind, because the body is not faster than it was in Memphis or Houston or Toronto before. No, the body is slowed down, and you have to rely on the veteranness. And that's why in some ways it's very interesting. And, him and Chris Paul are the only two guys at the point guard position to ever play till they were 40. That's because point guards get slowed down and they're not effective enough to be playing in the league at 40. So it's pretty impressive that Kyle Lowry and Chris Paul have gotten to this, to be this point this year. 20 years in the NBA for Kyle Lowry as of this year. You see, Shead has that same kind of mentality and aptitude and IQ and intelligence on the court, much like Kyle Lowry before him, much like a Fred VanVleet before him. He's in that lineage. Malachi didn't fit in that, no. But Jamal does. So that's why let's share the love for Jamal Shead today. Somebody who's embraced being a Raptor wholly. And he's really a really awesome person to have on our team. He's really important. You know, the people may overlook the bench mob 2.0 coming. They won't for long. This is what's going to happen this year. I'm going to predict this right now. The Raptors will be healthy this year. The starting five is going to be fantastic, and the bench is going to be fantastic too. And the Raptors are going to win a whole bunch more games this year than people expect. And they're going to be like, wow, actually, the Raptors are a real serious contender to get closer to the NBA championship in the years to come. I really do feel like this is true. I feel like the talent on our team and the starting lineup is top notch, one of the best starting lineups in the Eastern Conference, and that our bench is going to show their true mettle and potential and ability this season also with the leadership of Jamal Shead. Jamal Shead comes in off the bench with the bench unit. I feel very, very confident that there's no drop off in quality of play and intelligence on the court. You go from IQ, RJ, Brandon, Scotty, and Jakob to Jamal, Jacoby, Grady, Oshai, and Sandra Mamu. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Trust me. We're going to have a good backup team led by the great Jamal Shead. So let's share the love for Shed Van Vliet, for all the Shed heads out there. Want to say, I don't really like that nickname still. Shed head is kind of weird. It's a little bit weird. Shed head. Yeah, it doesn't sound exactly right. It sounds like you may be calling yourself something that's not very nice. So yeah, Shed head. I'm not totally sure about that still. As Jamal said, you know, maybe we're going to have the fans will figure it out over time. Maybe Matt Devlin will help us with this a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. William Lute, Shedhead, I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's check in with y'all's comments this morning. We've got all the regular segments on the Raptor Freak stream today. I'm going to get right to them, guys. Trevor J. first. Thank you, Commissioner Fun. Trevor J. I love you, man. I hope you're doing really well. I'm doing well this morning. And always happy to see you, man. Speak positive words into your life every single morning. Think big, think healing, think success, think peace, think happiness, think growth mindset. Always start the day, positive energy. You deserve it. I like that. Yeah, there's all kinds of negative, awful, shitty forces out there. There's really, really bad people in this world right now. Trust me. But if we can focus on the good will expand. You go where your attention goes. If you want to give your attention to bad things, you're going to get more bad feelings. But if you give your attention to good things, flourishing things, positive things, good people in your life, you will be happier and you'll have better things in your life. It's totally true. It's, it's all kinds of different ways. Vibes matter, man. You can get positive vibes. You can get negative vibes. There's all kinds of different vibes in this world. But if you go with the ones that you want and you put your focus there, you're going to be great. You're going to be happy. You're going to have good things happening. And that's what it's all about. Yeah, it doesn't matter what gets thrown at you. You know how to deal with it? Oh, you're going to be good either way. Yes, you will. You'll be good either way. Yeah, that's right. So thank you, Trevor J. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing very well. You're still in Vegas right now, or have you gone home yet? I guess you'll be going home soon since it's been a week since the Summer League ended. And you may be done with your work there. Yeah. Trevor's saying that Shed is a real one and Raptors fans love him. We do. Really do. He's becoming a very popular Raptor, and rightfully so, because in some ways, Toronto's always loved the blue collar kind of guy, a guy who's, very, very, after it. And Kyle Lowry is that kind of way. Shed is that way. Shed taking the charges, Shed doing the really, really grunt work on backcourt defense, full court press. These things earn a place in a Raptors fan's heart right there. That kind of stuff gets you in there. Yeah, bam, son. Alan Tam is back. Bam, son. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. That's right. We went on about Terry Bollea yesterday. Alan Tam, I hope you enjoyed our stream yesterday. I don't want to really talk about him today. That's yesterday's news. We just move on. That's what we do. Superfan Mo is here. Good to see Superfan Mo here right bright and early with us. Love you, Mo. Hope you're doing great this morning. Good morning, Raptor Freak crew. Jamal Shed's journey is so bright. Just glad to be a part of it, man. Yeah, I'm really happy that the Raptors are showing a proclivity in recent years to go get winners from the NCAA. Yeah, they like to get guys that are winners, like Marquise Noel, like Jamal Shead, like Elijah Martin. These are all guys that went far in the tournament and did really, really well and had a lot of collegiate success. In some ways, Bobby Webster and Masai Ujiri before both had a type of player that they were looking for. And in some ways, you could tell that they gave a couple extra points to players that had that winning mentality and all out kind of stuff to help their collegiate team go far in the NCAA tournament. And that's something that is common in Fred VanVleet, Jamal Shead, Elijah Martin, Marquise Noel. All those guys were little guys that went far in their tournament. So it's almost like, okay, forget about their heights, forget about their size. Let's look at what they did. They had winning basketball. They did amazing things on a big stage. They did things in clutch that mattered when the game really mattered. And in some ways, that is getting a little bit more of an extra star on the scout sheet for people that work for the Raptors that are looking for the next prospects for our team, the scouts, Bobby Webster and Masai Ujiri, always in spirit and still with us. I'm saying right now, it's a post Masai era, but Masai Ujiri has an influence and an important part of everything we do still going forward. Because in some ways, I'm telling you right now, what would Masai do? That's what we're thinking still in some ways. So yeah, I like that about the Raptors' proclivity to look at going for winners from college, like Elijah Martin, like Jamal Shead. And that's awesome. I love that. I love that. Isaac Campbell's here. Good to see the benevolent one, Isaac Campbell, one of the greatest Raptor freaks ever. This man is an original Raptor freak. He has not strayed and gone to the dark side like so many idiots before. I love you, benevolent one, Isaac Campbell. Let's grow. That's right. That's right. I love the dinosaurs too. There's the 5 Raptor dinosaur lineup. Love it. Trevor J saying Toronto Blue Jays have the best record in the East, 62 wins. Go back to 1992 to start. This is the best record the Blue Jays have had at this stage in the season since 1992. Is that what you're telling me? Telling me, Trevor J? Well, good. Go on then, Blue Jays. Keep going. Keep going. Kick some ass. Kick some ass. I want to see Toronto teams do well. And Blue Jays are definitely a team I want to see do very, very, very well. Keep going, Vladdy Jr. That's right. Keep going, Blue Jays. Keep going to the game, Stevie Roots. Steve's like going to all the games now. Him and his girlfriend post pictures of him at the game like every day this week. Holy crap, Steve. You go to all the Blue Jays games right now. Isaac saying Jamal Shead, 4 p.m. 4 p.m.? What's at 4 p.m. with Jamal Shead? And Justin Bieber, too, in Canada? What's going on? Is that when Jamal Shead becomes Canadian, Isaac? Are you in Ottawa for a ceremony? Are you going to go and help him get sworn in to be Canadian? That'd be awesome, man. Monique is bringing up something cool here. She's bringing up that Raptors 905 player, Evan Gilliard, he's playing for Calgary Surge right now in the CBL. He's having a great summer. And sent him a message from the Rat Freak crew last night. There you go. All right. Yeah. Let me go look at the Instagram stories because I want to talk about what Monique is mentioning here. First, we're going to go to Switzerland. That is where Jay Nathan is. That's where Jonathan Mobo is. He's in Zurich, Switzerland as an hour ago. So I don't know what Mobo's doing over there in Zurich because it don't totally make sense because I'll tell you in a second. Evan Gilliard, I'm following him. Yes, here's the highlights from the Calgary Surge game yesterday. He hit a big game-winning three-pointer to win the game right at the buzzer. It was amazing. They're beating Vancouver Bandits, sorry. And Gilliard went crazy. Number 30, he hit a big-time three. It was a tough shot and, like, really, really clutch. You know, he did this kind of stuff for 905 last season too, man. This player almost lost the ball, and he kept it, and he threw it over to him real quick, and he launched it, and right at the buzzer, boom. It bounced around on the rim a little bit like Kawhi's shot, too, which is crazy. It was a little dramatic because it didn't look like it was going to go in totally, but then it bounced around and fell in. And Evan Gilliard has a moment just like Kawhi, winning the game for Calgary Surge. That's fantastic, fun, exciting basketball to see in a CBL game like that. That'll get people interested in coming back more and more. And in some ways, Evan Gilliard is more of a legend for it. He's more of a legend for it. All right, Garrett Temple and his wife are teaching the baby how to talk. And they're trying to get the baby to say mama and dada. And the baby's close. The baby's figuring it out a little bit, the little tiny baby Temple baby. And yeah, it's kind of cute to see Garrett trying to teach his daughter how to say dada and mama. It's so cute. It's actually really cute. Sandro Mamu is at University of IW. Where is that? A University of what? Internet word? I don't know where that is. Anyway, he's working out hard. He's putting in that work, Sandro Mamu. And yeah, he's putting in the work. Orlando Robinson has this message for us: be still and know that I am God. There you go. There you go. He likes that message. And he's eating some avocado with egg and some meat. And he's got a coconut water too. And he's welcoming his friend to the team, Jamal Shead, I guess, is coming to the team now. Kelly Olynyk's got a roll of sushi. Of course, he's got sushi. He's somewhere, or he's got sushi. Lou Getz Dort has got a proclamation from the city of Oklahoma as mayor, saying that whereas Lou Getz Dort was born in 1999 in Montreal, Canada, and Dort became this and this and this, he said they made the day Lou Getz Dort Day yesterday in Oklahoma City. That's amazing. They're gonna call July 25th. 2025 Lou Getz Dort Day. So I guess it's yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. That's pretty cool, man, that they named it Lou Getz Dort Day in Oklahoma City yesterday. Very, very cool. Very turnt. And he's at a concert too. I don't know where that concert is exactly, Lou Getz. Chris Boucher has some interesting posts. First, he's mean mugging at the camera, looking straight in the camera. And then he's got a clip of him in the Raptors outfit working out. And it's talking about how he's an important Raptor from the championship season. And that he's somebody that should never be counted out, is what he says in the interview. Very interesting messages coming from Chris. He's still showing Raptors colors. So we'll have to see. Norman Powell's youth basketball camp is August the 23rd at Lincoln High School in San Diego. So if you want to do Norman's basketball camp, Understand the Grind camp, it's in August on the 23rd, guys. Also, he's got his Understand the Grind gear on blast if you want to buy that. Jacoby Walter, it looks like he's hanging out with his dad and sitting on a bench. And he's still in Maui in Hawaii, taking in the Hawaii good vibes right now. AJ Lawson's having the best week of his life. He's not his best week of his life, but he's living his best life right now. AJ Lawson being a spokesperson for Boston Pizza, doing a little interview about Boston Pizza. He's saying that as a kid, I always went to Boston Pizzas with my family. I have a lot of good memories at Boston Pizza. And well, he went in and he's portraying himself as a professional basketball player, not putting him down as a Toronto Raptor, because sadly, it's not for sure he's going to be a Raptor this year. And he knows that. So in some ways, the Boston Pizza wants this ad to survive just in case. They just put him in as a professional basketball player. But he's come in there and he's showing all the stuff that he's buying. The Jacoby Walter was making fun of him in the comments, saying that, man, you have a big appetite. Because he did eat like 4 entrees. Let's just put it that way. And Sandra Mamu was in the comments saying also, man, that looks good. I'm definitely coming to Boston Pizza to eat some food when I get to Toronto. But AJ liked the pizza the best. And it's kind of cool to see him doing a Boston Pizza ad. He's so happy, man. Also, AJ Lawson's youth basketball camp will be August the 11th. So go ahead and sign up for that. That is in Brampton, y'all. So that is local. If you have a kid that wants to go to basketball camp for AJ Lawson, you can do it. It's next month, August the 11th. Sign your kid up for AJ Lawson Youth Basketball Camp. It's awesome. Yeah, AJ was also the special guest yesterday at Raptors Academy, Basketball Academy yesterday. They had different people all week. RJ, Jama, Jack Armstrong, Jamal Glure, and then AJ Lawson on the Friday, the last day of Basketball Academy. AJ Lawson was the big guest, and he was wearing a cool Raptors Vince Carter logo shirt. And then he also donned the zebra shirt and was the referee and threw the jump ball for the kids in the game at Raptors Academy. So awesome to see AJ there with the children, watching them play, and they went and got crazy. And he even made a half-court shot, y'all. He threw up a half-court shot, and he made it, and the kids went crazy. So, yeah, good times at Raptors Basketball Academy in the afternoon yesterday. Also, AJ, he's just not stopping. He went to a CBL game last night, too. I'm not totally sure I think he was in Brampton at the Brampton CBL game, not Scarborough Shooting Stars. So I'm not totally sure where he was, but he was at a CBL game last night also. So very busy day for Brampton's AJ Lawson, hitting a half-court shot with the kids at Raptors Basketball Academy, wearing the referee shirt, doing an ad for Boston Pizza, and then going to CBL game. This man's very busy. Very, very busy. Raptors official admins asking who had the best fits coming in the hallway to come to the games. And a lot of people like Garrett Temple's style with his suits. and stuff. There's Scotty with a cowboy hat in the middle there. I like Shead's sweater with the baby raptor on it. That's like the sweater that we got Monique for her birthday, which is awesome. That hoodie with the little baby raptor design on it. It's very, very cute. Yeah, I don't know. Grady's got a pretty good style too in the picture. He's doing the Bono fly there with the glasses and the chains. It's kind of funny, man. Kind of funny. Let's see what else on Raptors admin. There's the Raptors Basketball Academy clips of AJ with the kids. Such fun stuff. So happy to see AJ smiling, and the kids are just getting so much out of it. So much out of it from AJ being there. And yeah, there's an awesome picture of Kawhi's dunk against Milwaukee on Giannis and the Eastern Conference Finals. Coach Andrew Jones is at jump place, where they have the bouncy place where kids can go and bounce around on trampolines, the jump parks or whatever. And well, he's got his daughter, Ava Jones, doing a timed run around these trampolines at the jump place. And she makes it almost all the way around in a quick time. But then a little baby walks out on the trampoline. This is so crazy and sad in some ways. The little baby walks out on the trampoline, and Ava Jones comes flying by the baby, and she steps on the trampoline, and the baby falls flat on its face. And I mean, I get it. In some ways, they should be not monopolizing all the jump park trampolines to have her do her training, because there's other little kids there that want to do stuff. But, in some ways, it's also like, read the room, baby. There's a lady out there trying to get a WNBA career, and she's trying to run around, do a time trial real quick. But yeah, it's kind of sad. Watch the clip and see it, and you'll be like, oh no, poor baby fell flat on his face because Ava Jones is working out. It's like a little bit of a menace, Ava Jones there, a little bit of a menace there. And then also they're putting up hoops off the trampoline also. His son is out there too. Brandon Ingram has got Jam with Me Productions on blast there. I don't know. That must be a friend's company or something like that. Jam with Me Productions. Check them out. As a Brandon Ingram, put them on blast. Serge Ibaka's on a basketball court somewhere. I think he's back in Europe. He was in Brazil, but I think he's gone back. No, he's in LA. I was wrong. He's in Los Angeles at this point. That's where in the world is Serge Ibaka? He's in Los Angeles. That's where. That's right. Let's see who else we got. DeMar DeRozan's interview with Carmelo Anthony on his 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast is getting more clips out, and he's talking about him and Rudy Gay. He's talking about mid-range shots. He's talking about how he doesn't have respect for a lot of the players in the league anymore. In fact, the clips that reinforce what DeRozan code are on this Carmelo podcast, and he's talking about, seriously, this is what DeMar said. He said he hates how the young players now are on social media constantly. Like, he's seeing guys on teams he's been on, and the Bulls and the Sacramento Kings in the last couple of years, that are on their phones in the middle of games. They're like looking at their highlights and they're posting stuff in the middle of halftime, and he has no respect for this whatsoever. And in some ways, he talked more about what delineates somebody with DeRozan code and somebody who doesn't have DeRozan code. And it's about that work, and it's about the way they look at playing the NBA is a big, big part of it. But yeah, DeRozan code's a real thing. And I think DeMar's becoming more and more outspoken on how to be in the NBA correctly. And he should, because he's a good role model for this. And young players, if you want to survive in the NBA, maybe someday become a top 25 all-time scorer in the NBA's history, you should be more like DeMar and less like Ben Simmons. How about that? How about that? Boom goes the dynamite. That's right. You should be more like DeMar. More like DeMar. Let's see. Let's see. What else? I don't even know what that's about. I'm going to skip that. Let's see. Ochai Abaji's basketball camp was going on yesterday. There is the kids. And everybody's out on the court. Good to see Ochai Abaji doing his basketball camp yesterday. Let's see. Eugenio Maroy says that he really likes people thinking and looking at him the wrong way because he likes to prove them wrong, is what he's saying there. Siakam's all about the soccer. He's been playing soccer and with friends and stuff like that in the offseason right now. Jamal Shead is working out on his birthday, y'all. His trainer posted this a couple days ago on his 23rd birthday, saying most of my clients on their birthday, they ask for the day off, but not Jamal Shead. Every single one of his birthdays, he's putting in extra work and he's working hard still. And that was what makes him different. That's what makes him different. So that's what his trainer said about that. That's right. And Lloyd is in Greece. So why not Lloyd is with Scotty in Mykonos, Greece right now. So just so y'all know. So Lloyd's there, but I don't know why Jonathan's in Zurich. Jonathan's in Switzerland, and Lloyd and Scotty are in Greece. So maybe Jonathan will be going to Greece soon to be with the Broskies. I don't know. There's your Instagram stories for today. Where in the world is Serge Ibaka? He's in Los Angeles. That's where he is right now. He's in Los Angeles. Boom goes a dynamite. Yeah. Boom goes a dynamite. Let's see. Most saying Shed Van Vliet forever. Great interview from Hello and Welcome. Yeah. And William Liu going on and on, gushing. You're one of my favorite Raptors. I love you, Jamal Shead. You're such a great Raptor. I love you so much. Yeah, he's kissing his ass. That's all right. He's a good Raptor. You should say that to him, William Liu. But why do you go after Chris Boucher about his weight and then you come around and say, oh, I just love you so much, Jamal Shead? You know, it's kind of cool that he likes him so much. You're my favorite Raptor. You're one of my favorite Raptors. That's what William Liu said. You should be treating them all with the respect that you treat Jamal Shead, William Liu. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say right there. That's right. Kaz is here. Good morning, Trucker Kaz. Good morning to you, sir. Let's check in on our WNBA league real quick and see how things are going. I've really beaten the tar out of poor Edmund right now. He is just not doing well. Kaz has got a big lead over Logical Raptors Fanatic, too. He's actually got the leading score out of all teams this week. Wow, Trucker Kaz, 830 points. That's a lot. Fierce C's beating Kareem, our dunk champion. Coach Cool Cat is beating JP and the Reese's Nieces. And James, you're falling way behind now by MK. MK has hit the gas and taken off on you in their matchup there. So, yeah, checking in on the WNBA, stuff like that right there. Boom goes the dynamite. Do I have refs yet? No, they're not posting the refs for today. I don't understand that. Let's see. Blackhawks here. Good morning to you, Neil. The regular season schedule needs to be favorable for us to build a rhythm. Otherwise, it will be a slugfest where we get grittier but rack up injuries. I'm for a good schedule. I'd like to get one a little bit better than the last 2 years. It seems like we've had really, really shitty schedules the last 2 years, like really crafted to be absolutely horrible for us. And I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll definitely analyze it when it comes out, and I'll give you guys the verdict from what I see with the schedule on whether it's fair or not. I mean, a lot of it this year is can we get our shitty games, like our teams against teams that are bad, spread out through the whole season instead of y'all giving them to us all in the last month of the season? Because that was one of the biggest really sneaky bullshit things that the NBA did to us last year, was putting all of our easy games at the end of the season and stacking our hard ones at the beginning of the season. So I would like to see a little more balance. You know, can we play the Charlotte Hornets in the first week of the season? Maybe, please. Hello? Could we not play all playoff teams till December like we did last year? Hello? I mean, we'll look at it all, Neil, and I'll let you know what I see. You know, we're not going to be able to change it. And Darko's philosophy is going to be, we got to go through it no matter what. We're going to play the teams anyway. So he's not going to make any excuses. But yeah, the schedule's been fucked up the first 2 years for Darko Rajakovic. It really has, man. Kaz is saying, I agree, Lex. Shedheads doesn't sound right. Yeah, Shedheads is, they've already said stuff like, you know, some of the announcers are saying Shed's name and they getting it confused with that dirty word that sounds like his last name. And, you know, somebody actually mistaked somebody cussing on the air because of Shed's name. Like down south, they didn't know his name was Shed, and they thought that somebody was cussing on the air, that they had said the word shit on our broadcast. It's kind of funny. Somebody said thought that this year. I saw that at one point. Like, whoa, you know, we're not shitheads. We're not shedheads. I mean, if you have a Canadian accent, it may even sound like you're saying shitheads or shedheads. I don't know. In some ways, I don't like it. I don't like it, William Liu. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board. Wayne saying, morning, Raptor Freaks. Great news on Raptors bench ambitions. We do have the personnel to execute. Anyone view the Toronto Pro-Am basketball? Sorry, I can't watch that. Did I miss anything? I've not watched Toronto Pro-Am. Is there a Toronto Pro-Am game going on right now in the city? That's not till Global Jam, isn't it? Until like next month at the Mattamy Center. We'll have a Global Jam. But no, I don't know about any Pro-Am. What are you talking about? It's over my head. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. Mo's saying, I hope Oshai had a great camp yesterday. Giants of Africa Festival officially starts today in Rwanda. And love you, Masai. Yeah, it's cool. He got a recorded greeting from Ray Allen to the campers who showed up a couple days ago. saying, "Hi, I'm Ray Allen, and welcome to Giants of Africa. And I'm glad you're here. I wanted to give you this message from my great friend Masai Ujiri." Yeah, it was pretty cool that they got Ray Allen to do a taped message to the campers. And of course, Kawhi is going to be there. Robin Roberts is going to be there. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a fantastic event. Jama's already there too. In fact, I forgot to talk about this. Jama did the Raptors Basketball Academy on Tuesday, jumped immediately on a plane to Africa. And then he's there, like greeting the campers at Giants of Africa almost immediately, also. Wow. Took the red eye, got over there quick. I mean, I guess maybe it wasn't a long period of time. It was a couple days in between the two things. But still, Jama going right from Raptors Basketball Academy in Toronto to Giants of Africa Academy immediately. Like that. Across the world, getting over there quick, man. Kareem Thomas saying, why can't Jamal Shead just have a nickname? Why do we have to have Shedhead cult like following? Yeah, I like to call him Shed Van Vliet. I think Shed Van Vliet works really well. I'm also calling him Sheddy, like Sheddy. Maybe that's not good either, because that sounds like weird too. I don't know. Either way, I just call him Shed. I don't know. Jamal? Maul? They call him Maul. That's his nickname on the team. They all call him Maul, which is not a bad nickname. That's his nickname from Houston. That's his nickname from his family. That's what everybody calls him, is Maul. Molly. Hey, Maul. 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 Jamal. Jamal. Molly. 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 Dan Rosario's here. Dan Rowe. Are you the same Dan Rowe? The other handle? I bet you are. There's a Pro-Am going on. Many games are streamed on YouTube through the CBS Sports Channel. I didn't even know that. I guess I'm not on the pulse of Canadian basketball as well as I should be. There's a Pro-Am going on right now, and the games are streamed on YouTube through the CBC Sports Channel. Okay, well, I'm learning something here. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Pro-Am, that's the world of Malachi Flynn. I'm sorry. I can't. I cover so much. How the hell am I going to cover so much and know everything, man? It's so hard. But yeah, that's cool. There's a Pro-Am. You know, there were clips of games that were happening with Scotty Emmanuel and Michael Beasley and Jonathan Mobo. There was some kind of Rico Runs kind of clips, and Trevor was posting them in our Raptor Freak Facebook group. But I feel like he was posting the same clip over and over again, because I get on there, Klay Thompson's wiping the sweat off his face. It's kind of the same clip you kept posting, Trevor, just so you know. But I did watch that clip and watch Scotty and Emmanuel and them running in that Pro-Am a little bit there. But I'm not sure where that one was. And that seemed like that was happening during Vegas, like during Summer League somewhere, someplace. I'm not sure what was going on. Kareem saying, I like the name Tools for Jamal Shead. Tools, because he's in a shed, tool shed. Tools. You want to call him Tool Shed? Tools. You want to call him Tools. I don't know. I mean, I kind of get where you're going at with that. Tools. You want to call them tools? I don't know. I don't think that's right. Wayne's saying, yep, Toronto Pro-Am was showing on YouTube yesterday. Didn't pay attention to it. I am into nicknames, but for now, Jamal is fine. We just call him Maul. These guys are calling him Maul. His family calls him Maul. His Houston Cougars teammates from before call him Maul. So just call him Maul. Fans, just be in on it. He's Maul. Molly. Maul. Let's go, Maul. Yeah, Maul. That's the nickname right there. That you were calling Rico Hines was calling Malachi Flynn Mally. Let's go, Mally. So we'll call him Maul. Molly. Little allusion to great Canadian Mike Myers. Yeah, Molly. MJ's here. Good morning, fam. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, MJ. Fiercely Salsero. That's right. Whoa, there's a Jamal Shead emoticon. Beautiful. Nins, are you doing the emoticons yet? I'm gonna have to ask Miz what he's doing with the emoticons, because he's supposed to be fixing the emoticons up. That's right. Kareem Thomas is saying your Toronto Blue Jays are now the best team in Major League Baseball. There you go. Boom goes the dynamite. Ain't upset about this. At all. Go Blue Jays, go. That's right. They've been winning at home a lot. Yeah. Wayne's saying, Maul, great pass, Maul. Let's go, Maul. Yeah, Maul. Like you go to Eaton Center. Maul. Yeah. Let's go to the mall. Let's go, Maul. Let's go, Maul. Let's go to the mall. Let's go to the food court. Yeah. I mean, I'm just spitting, this is what they're calling him, Maul. Mall, Molly, Molly, Mall, Molly, 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 Molly. I don't know why they haven't put the referees' assignments up yet on the official WNBA officials website, but they haven't. So let's do the street goods on Canadian goods. Yesterday I was talking about toilet paper. Let's talk about paper towels. It's very similar, paper products. Well, what's a good way that you could buy paper products that support Canada and its economy? Well, 10 out of 10 score on the Canada score, Royale Tiger Towel. That's right. Get Royale. Royale is one of the best paper companies to buy in Canada if you want to support Canadian industry. Royale is the right brand. Royale with the E on the end of it, just like Jules in Pulp Fiction. Royale with cheese. Drive around with Vincent Vega and talking about the Royale with cheese. Back over there in France, they have Royale with cheese. Oh my gosh, Jules. You're talking about a Royale with cheese? Yeah, Royale. That's right. Towel for you. If you want a paper towel that is Canadian, 100%, Canadian owned and manufactured in Canada with domestic resources from Canada, is Royale is your brand. Whether it's for TP for your bunghole or for a paper towel. Royale, just like Jules would say on Pulp Fiction. Get that Royale. That's right. Another company that's good is Majesta. Majesta is out of Canada also, all 100% Canadian. Majesta. So Royale, Majesta, those are good ones. If you want to go a little bit others that are okay, not the best, but they're okay. Cascades, that's a good one. The Simply Clean, Compliments, Purex, Scotties. Scotties is Canadian made and owned by Kruger Products, manufacturing plants across the country. So Scotties, paper towels is okay. White Swan's okay. Bonterra, and then sponge towels too. So basically anything made by Irvin or Kruger Inc. is good for Canada. And yeah, you don't want to go to blah, blah stuff. Fuck PC, fuck No Name. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck Great Value from Walmart. Great Value is Walmart's private label. So if you buy Great Value, you're buying American. And it's not good for our economy. Kleenex, that is a brand name. It's not just the tissue. Kleenex is a American product. They've been discontinued here, actually, I hear. Bounty, you don't want Bounty, the quicker picker-upper from Procter & Gamble. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. You don't want Bounty. You don't want that. No. You want this. You want Royale. Royale is your go-to for paper towels. I'm telling you right now. Royale. Yeah, that's right. Boom goes the dynamite. That's right. Yeah, let's keep going with the Share the Love Club for Jamal Shead. That's right, baby. That's right. We're sharing the love for Jamal. Let's see what Raptors Reddit's saying this morning. Leo Routens has a new modeling career. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. They got Matt Devlin City shout-outs. A whole bunch of him shouting out to different cities and different places. I love that. I love that so much. Yeah, Reddit's not really got a whole lot of interesting new stuff on here. Pretty low-key for today on the Raptors Reddit. Okay, let's see what else we got. Happy birthday to Lucas Nogueira. That's right. It is Lucas Nogueira's birthday. Bebe Nogueira. Happy birthday to you, sir. He is 33 today. 33 years old today. Lucas Bebe Nogueira of Brazil, former Raptor. That's the birthday for today. Bebe Nogueira. There you go. Pretty cool. Man, we're going to be running out of time soon because, well, we're just at that, man. We're just at that point because I'm running through all the stuff, and, man, we might get done early today. And that's not a big deal. I don't mind getting done early. Let's see. Kareem saying there was a cameraman in the kids' basketball practice asking kids this question. If I say Melo, who do you think I'm referring to? All the kids say LaMelo Ball. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. It's kind of crazy. Kareem saying, I feel bad for Carmelo Anthony. Denver won't retire his number because now it's Nicola's number. And Melo is now referred to LaMelo Ball. He's basically erased from the NBA archives. You know, in some ways, Carmelo Anthony's career was best in FIBA as a USA player for international basketball. His NBA career is okay. Like, I don't even know where he ended up as far as like with where he is on the scoring list. Like, is he higher than DeMar, or is DeMar higher than him? I was trying to figure that out when they were doing that podcast, and DeMar DeRozan saying, yeah, if you want to become top 25 all time in scoring in the NBA. I'm not totally sure. I mean, let me go look at what Carmelo did, because I know he scored a lot. He scored a lot, and he probably is up there. Let me see. Let me see. Top all-time scorers in NBA history. Will you be able to give me just exactly that, or do I have to go look another way? Yeah, I got to go look another way. All right, let's just go look at Carmelo. Carmelo Anthony. How many points did Carmelo score his entire NBA career? He scored 28,289 points. 28,289 points. Now, where is he on the all-time list? Because in some ways, this may matter, man. This may matter. Like, I know he's Hall of Famer already, right? He got in the Hall of Fame already. Let me see what DeMar did. All right, so he's 28,000 something. Let me see where DeMar is. I just want to see if DeMar has more points than Carmelo, because I think he does, honestly. Let me see. No, actually, Carmelo has more points than him. So Carmelo's at 28,000 and DeMar's at 25,000. So Carmelo is in the top all-time 25 in scoring. So that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. In some ways, Carmelo's an interesting player. You know, to me, he's like his era's Alex English. And Alex English, you see how he's getting remembered. You know what I'm saying? To me, he's like a guy who scored a lot, but didn't have a lot of team success and never won a championship. And in some ways, it's like, yeah, that's great. But in some ways, these guys fade away in the past, and they don't really get huge accolades since. Like Bernard King is another one. He had a lot of scoring. He did a lot of good things in the NBA, but we forget about him. We forget about Rolando Blackman. We forget about Alex English. In some ways, Dame Lillard and Carmelo Anthony are these kind of players to me. They're fantastic players in their time, but in some ways, they're not extraordinary, so that they should be carried over generation to generation, kind of like Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan. So it's tough to say. It's tough to say. We going mellow yellow? We going mellow yellow? Quite right. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony should have won Rookie of the Year, but they gave it to LeBron James. That's tough. I mean, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you get around that. I mean, you got to give it to LeBron, right? You got to give it to LeBron. It would look real bad years and years later if they didn't give the Rookie of the Year to LeBron James his first year. It would look pretty bad. All right, let's do the classic card. All right, we're going to do one of these because we've got time. Why not? So today, I'm going to go once again and ask you guys to – where is that pen? Hang on. All right, we're going to do a classic card, and it's going to be a team one. So I want you guys to name who was on this team at this year of this year. This is going to be 1990. The year of 1990. Who was on this team in 1990? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 names, 11 players, and a coach. So who were the Dallas Mavericks in 1990? Full name answers, please. 100 points for each name that you get. So, yeah, who were the Dallas Mavericks in 1990 Skybox? I have 11 names on the back of this card. If you can name any of the 11 names, you're going to get it. Brad Daugherty? No, he was on Cleveland, not Brad Daugherty. Yeah, we just talked about Rolando Blackman, and Slug Deezy's got it. That's right. I just mentioned Rolando. He was the leading scorer on this team. Slug Deezy getting Rolando Blackman. Dale Ellis. Dale Ellis was not on this team at that point, Isaac Campbell. It's a good guess, though. Steve Alford is, though. Slug Deezy getting Steve Alford. That's interesting, man. Good job. Kareem Thomas wants Derek Harper. He's going to get Derek Harper. Yeah, Derek Harper was on the Mavericks at this year. That's right. Derek Harper's right. It's like Deezy's right behind him. Sam Perkins. Who's going to throw down the Sam Perkins? No, Sam Perkins wasn't on the team that year, unfortunately. Kareem Thomas, so you don't get that one there. Yeah, who was on the Dallas Mavericks in 1990, guys? These are great guesses. Randy White. Is Randy White on here? Yeah, he is. Slug Deezy's getting them. Randy White is on here. That is one of the names. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. This is crazy. This is actually kind of crazy. Bill Wennington. Bill Wennington. Nope, not on that year. Nope, he's not there. Herb Williams is, though. There's the Slug Deezy once again, cleaning up. Slug Deezy, you're going to be jumping up on this one. Herb Williams is on this list. Kelvin Upshaw. I don't see his name on here. I do not see his name on here. Yeah, it's interesting. The Dallas Mavericks at this point had acquired two of the best players from the Nuggets in the 1980s. So there's a clue right there. Two of the best, and I just named one of them with Rolando Blackman. So two of the best players from there. Josh Donaldson is wrong first name. Get it right. You're close. You're close. It's not Josh, but you got very close. John Shasky. Wow, Slug Deezy. You really know that era of the NBA. John Shasky. Holy crap. No, he's not on the list. Not on this one. Yeah, two of the names on here were former Nuggets. There you go. Fat Lever's on here. That's right, Slug Deezy. Fat Lever is one of the two Nuggets that was on the Mavericks this year. The other one I named earlier, I said Rolando Blackman and this person. And who's the other person? Bernard King. Who was the third person I said? Former Raptors coach. That's right. Is on this list too. Because he was on the Mavericks this year also. It's kind of crazy that they had both Rolando Blackman and this guy I'm talking about right now. Yeah, I named him already. He's in that category like Carmelo that we were just talking about him. It's kind of crazy. There's four names left on this list. One of them has been banned from the NBA for substance abuse. And that one you should be able to get right off the bat. If you remember who that was on the Mavericks around that time. That name is on this list. And Kareem's so close to getting the answer. He's got the last name right. He just needs to get the first name right because it's not right. Josh Donaldson played for the Blue Jays. But there is a Jay Donaldson that played for the Mavericks. Alex English is on this list, like easy. Alex English was on the Mavericks with Rolando Blackman at this time. So, yeah, James Donaldson is the right answer, Kareem. Thank you for circling back and not letting someone seagull that. James Donaldson, the big UK center, was on this team. There's three names left, guys. And one of them had an addiction problem, and he got kicked out of the league for it. It was alcohol. He got some DUIs. And he was a really promising young player. He messed his career up pretty bad. So, and the other guy is a longtime Maverick who has the initials BD. That'll give you that. And then the other guy who's left is a guy who played for the Kings before he played for the Mavericks. So if you guys can figure out those last two. Oh, and we got to get the coach too, guys. So if you can think of who the coach was of this team also, that would be great. So, yeah, we're close. We got 4 left out of the 11. So y'all got 7 of the answers already, which is fantastic. Slug Beasy getting 5 of them himself. Baron Davis, the last name is correct, but the first name is not. Yeah, the last name is correct. That is the right last name once again, but you got to get the first name. You're guessing at this point? Well, you just got to do what you got to do. It's the classic card, and that's how we do it. That's right. B. Davis. Who is B. Davis? Slug Deezy's going to get it in a second. Keon Clark. No, this is way before Keon Clark, Monique. Keon Clark was not in the league at least 15 years, or not 15, more like 10 or 12 years before this. Okay, you're going to write it fully in. Please, please. Brad Davis is right, Kareem. I'll give you that, but you're half-assing. You know you are. You might as well just write the Davis in there too. Seriously, man. It's just to make it complete because you just said Brad. That don't mean jack shit to me. That means, yeah, Don Nelson was not the coach, Isaac. It's a good guess, though. Don Nelson would have been around there. There you go. Brad Davis. That's right. Kareem's getting Brad Davis. Longtime Nick, Brad Davis is on the list. That's right. Don Nelson was not the coach. The coach of this team had a name that was like Happy Days character. Happy Days character. So the coach of this team had the same name as one of the Happy Days characters. So if you can figure out who was on Happy Days, then you can figure out who the coach is. The main character of Happy Days, honestly, is his name. Yeah. Who had the drug and alcohol problem that was on the Mavericks? And it got banned from the league because he got too many DUIs. And then they let him back in for a second. He screwed up again, and they had to kick him out again. It's sad. Really, really sad. That name. And then the other name is a guy who played for the Kings before. He played for the Mavericks, and his initials are RM. RM. Yeah. There's only 3 names left on this classic card, and we were going to get there. Richie Adebayo is right, Kareem. That is who the coach was, Richie Adebayo. And you got that totally from the Happy Days clue. I know you did. Richie Cunningham, Richie Adebayo. You spelled his name crazy at the end, but I don't care. You got it. It's Richie Adebayo was the coach of the Mavericks at this point. 2 names left on the list. Who is the drunk and who is the king? That's right. Who is the drunk and who is the king? Man, I can't believe y'all haven't gotten the guy who got suspended. He's one of the only people in the NBA who got banned for life. And he's on those lists. Whenever you see the article, these are the players who are banned for life from the NBA: Jonte Porter, Michael Ray Richardson, and this person is on the list. Also, Richard Dumas is another one who was banned from the NBA for drug and alcohol. And yeah, who is the person that was on the Mavs at this time? I mean, I'm surprised Slugdeezy didn't pick this one up yet, because he's got all these other crazy Mavericks. Why wouldn't you know this one? I think Slugdeezy left or something. Where'd you go, Slugdeezy? Where'd you go? Yeah, Monique is the number one top fan right now. There you go. Who's on the Mavericks in 1990, guys? I might have to close it down if nobody's going to take any more guesses and just say, well, those last two names are just not going to go to anybody. That's it. OJ Mayo? Nah, that's way too recent. Way too recent. Yeah, OJ Mayo did get banned from the NBA. I don't know if he's banned from the NBA or he just got kicked out. I don't think he actually got banned. I think they just didn't pick him up and he just went away. I don't think they actually said, OJ Mayo, you're banned from the league. I think they just on the download blacklisted him and didn't pick him up anywhere, and he went away. Yeah, but this guy was publicly banned from the league, and this was in the 80s, a long time ago, and the 90s. Yeah, who is it? Come on. Who was the Mavericks player who had an alcohol problem, who couldn't stop drinking, and it destroyed his career? It's sad, man, because he was really good. He played power forward, and he was a good scoring player. And he was the big hope for the Dallas Mavericks at the time. And the fact that he kept getting DUIs and having the alcohol problem really ruined his career. OJ is banned just like Roy Tarpley. That's who it is. Roy Tarpley. It's Roy Tarpley. That's right. Kareem got it in there just before Dan Rowe. I started describing it, and you started reading was it Roy Tarpley? Yes. Roy Tarpley is the name on this card that I was looking for. That's right. But Kareem got it just before you. Just before you. All right, the last name, you guys. Who played on the Kings and then played on the Mavericks? His initials are RM. RM. Let's see. That's the last name on here. The last 100 points you can get. Yeah, who is it? It may be too hard. I might be like, yeah, you guys aren't going to get this one. You're not going to get this one, probably, because this one's a little bit tough. Yeah, it was Roy Tarpley, Dan Rowe. You were right. You're right. Yeah. That's why I go with confidence. If you have a guess, go ahead and throw it out there. You might get it. You might get it. Yeah. Let's see. All right. I'm going to go once, going twice. Nobody has any more guesses about the last person. We'll just let the last person lie, and it won't be somebody that gets points for today. Yeah. All right. Going once, going twice. All right. The last name on the list is Rodney McRae. Rodney McRae was the last name on the list. So here we go. Here's the list. Steve Alford, Rolando Blackman, Brad Davis, James Donaldson, Derek Harper, Roy Tarpley, Randy White, Herb Williams, Alex English, Lafayette Lieber, Richie Alvaro, and Rodney McRae was not gotten yet. Yeah. So good job. Slugdeezy getting most of the points. It looks like, with Kareem getting the other ones. Actually, it's split 50-50. It looks, no, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Slug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for Kareem. So 600 points for Slugdeezy, 500 points for Kareem Thomas. There you go. Isaac Campbell, thank you for putting me on blast with the goofy emoticons there. All right, y'all. We've been sharing the love for Jamal Shead. My prediction for Jamal Shead next season? Well, I hope that he stays healthy. I hope that he plays at a very high level, a game-winning level. I'd love to see a game winner from him. I'd love to see him lead the Bench Mob 2.0 to great success, where they're doing things where when the stars come out, they're keeping the quality of play up, and in some ways picking up the defense so that we're even more intense and harder to play when they come in. I mean, that is really going to be their job, is to be dogs, is to be unleashed at some point, to come out there and just go after everybody. Jamal Shead, Elijah Martin, Chucky Hepburn, Jacoby Walter, Oshai Baji, Grady Dick. You know, these guys need to be crazy and crazy on defense and just getting after people. That's their main job. That's their main job. Grady Dick's going to be shooting some threes and making some threes too, sure. But I want to see Jamal Shead lead the bench unit in a unity, in a way that's very, 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 very productive and very, very quality and very effective at what we need them to do. And some of it may be keeping leads and holding the defense down while the starters are out. Some of it may be we're in trouble and we need y'all to stop the other team from scoring and catch up on them. So I predict great things for Jamal. It may not be on an individual level. It may be more on a leadership and a backup point guard level, which in some ways a backup point guard is not ever supposed to have crazy gaudy stats. He's supposed to be glue. He's supposed to be somebody who keeps quality control for the bench production. He's supposed to be somebody who comes out there and makes sure that the reserves play at a certain level that is helpful to the team to continue to win. So it's that kind of stuff right there. Yeah, Shead's numbers, I don't know. I don't really care what he gets himself. The only number I really care about with Shead, the two of them, are he should get around 6 assists a game, 5 or 6 assists a game, and maybe almost 2 steals a game. That's all I care about. And if he shoots a good percentage from 3, those things. I don't care how much he scores. Who cares? In some ways, he doesn't need to score for us to be successful. He just needs to be a good leader and keep the backup team organized and playing at high quality. That's all I care. That's his job title. That's what he does. In some ways, I don't care what he scores. He can get 5 to 6 assists, get almost 2 steals a game. We'll be good. Average maybe a foul drawn by offensive charge. That's great. That's perfect. Make a high percentage of his free throws. Shoot pretty good at the 3-point line. We're good. We're good, Jamal. We're good, Male. Male. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here, y'all. Thanks for watching the Rapid Freak Stream. Share the love club for Jamal Shead. Tomorrow, guys, I have a special Sunday book report. That's right. We're doing another book report tomorrow. I finished the Black Ball book, and I'm ready to present it as a book report tomorrow, Sunday, 9:30 a.m. If you want to learn about the history of the NBA, the struggle for African-American players to get their rights and just deserts and what they're supposed to be paid, well, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Black Ball is the history of African-American players in the NBA and what they've gone through in their struggles for labor rights and different things, and just different ways that the NBA and the owners and the media have been wrong to how they've portrayed African-Americans in their struggle and labor disputes with the very rich white owners of the NBA. So, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, Black Ball. It's a very great book. It's written by a former Raptors dance pack dancer named Teresa. And we're going to go over it tomorrow. Sunday special report, Black Ball. Come in tomorrow and you can learn more about this story that I just finished it yesterday. It was a fantastic book. And it goes right up into the present. And it really does talk about the issue of, racial discrimination around the NBA the whole entire time through the history, and how the NBA players fought and got more gains for justice and equality and pay in the NBA from the owners. Yeah. And it's a similar thing to what's going on with the WNBA right now. There's a lot of parallels between the WNBA players wanting to get paid their equal share of the profits from the WNBA. Same struggles went through in the NBA with the men long time ago too. Yeah, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. That's right. Let's see. Kareem saying, can someone tell Gilbert Arenas to shut the fuck up? That's all I have to say. Good day. All right, I'm going to give you a dunk for that one. Yeah, I don't know what Gilbert said. In some ways, I'm glad. I'd like to ignore him. So, yeah, I'll give you a dunk for that one, Kareem. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm all about Gilbert Arenas shutting the fuck up. Seriously. 176 for Kareem Thomas on the dunk charts. That's right. Cass saying W Stream, W Community. Thank you, Cass. I appreciate it. You're a big part of that. And Isaac, you are too. W is in the chat. Thank you. Wayne saying Steph Curry, apart from his shooting, is a baller. Carmelo, Lillard, Clay are one-dimensional. Like Grady, he can shoot plus other things. Yeah, I'll agree with this. Steph Curry is more than just a shooter. And it was fun to watch the Game 1 finals highlights that Raptors admin put out last week with Siakam scoring. That game was so good. I was in person there. And Steph Curry, some of the shots he was making, I forgot how crazy they were. Like, we're guarding him, and he's off balance, and he's bombing and making threes, and just really sneaky about how he got his points. In some ways, it's like, look, we were playing against Steph Curry in his prime in 2019, and we defeated him in the finals. And you know what? Other teams did not. They got beat by him. I know Cleveland and the Golden State Warriors went back and forth, but, man, the Warriors with Steph Curry during that era, wow. He was something else with the way he used to score and do all kinds of different things. Man, crazy good, Steph Curry. All right, that's it, y'all. Thanks for watching the Rapid Freak Stream. I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for Sunday special book report, and it's on Black Ball. And y'all, I highly recommend y'all get that book and read it if you really want to know more about the true history of the NBA and everything about it. Listen, some people may look at that book as being, not the way things are going with the world right now. Well, we need that kind of stuff more and more, and I'll talk about it more tomorrow. with the labor disputes of the NBA players with the owners and the history of all that. It's a very, very interesting book. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody. I hope you guys have a great day. Touch grass. Be good to each other. Put good in this world, you know. And anybody who's trying to fuck with people, you ain't fucking with nobody. Yeah, no. You ain't fucking with nobody. All right, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's go Raptors. Let's go Tempo. Let's go Scarborough Shooting Stars and CBL in general. I appreciate everybody watching me today. Let's go Raptors. Let's go Shed.